We heard about the evils of Obamacare, about the lives it's ruining, and Republican stump speeches and ads paid for by oil magnates, the Koch brothers. But in those tales, turned out to be just that, tales. Stories made up from whole cloth, lies distorted by the Republicans to grab headlines or make political advertisements. Mr. President, these two brothers are trying to buy America. They not only funnel money through their Americans for Prosperity, they funnel money into all kinds of organizations to do the same thing that they're doing. They're trying to buy America. I don't believe America's for sale. But we'll see, Mr. President. But don't take my word for all this. How about taking the word of a Nobel Prize-winning economist who wrote last week in the New York Times, quote, "What the right wants are struggling average Americans, preferably women, facing financial devastation from health reform, so those are the tales they're telling, even though they haven't been able to come up with any real examples." Close quote. Mr. President, Paul Krugman writes, Republicans are just making this stuff up. It's easy to do if you have billions of dollars to spend and you're trying to buy America. But, Mr. President, we have our own stories to tell. True stories. True stories of average Americans whose life has changed for the better because of the Affordable Care Act. True stories of families that can rest easier, knowing insurance companies can never again put profits first and people second. Take the story of a couple from Henderson, Nevada. I went to high school there. Their names are Jane and Brett Thomas. These are real stories. This story is true. Jane wrote to me recently to say she is, quote, ecstatic, that's her word, to be saving $1,200 every month on a top-of-the-line family insurance plan thanks to Obamacare. For years, Jane was locked into her job as a school teacher because she, Brett, and their two teenage children needed guaranteed health insurance. It cost a lot. But Jane was able to quit her teaching job, spend more time with her children, and help her husband at the family small business. Jane says the Affordable Care Act has literally changed her life and the lives of her loved ones. This is what she wrote, and I quote, Mr. President, "Everyone on the news keeps talking of all the people the law has hurt." Editorial comment from me. Koch brothers lies. I'll go back and start over. Quote, "Everyone on the news keeps talking of all the people the law has hurt, but I thought I should share our joy. The best part is our insurance covers so much more and pays better on every front. I can't thank you and your colleagues enough for fighting for people like me and my family." Close quote. Republicans may need tall tales and outright lies to convince people that Obamacare is bad for them, but Democrats, we don't have to make things up.